that's correct, it's VangelinaSkov. Today we're going to be talking about Jeffree Star again, but not in relation to debut vanity. If you saw my video regarding that controversy, you'll know that there was a bit of a scandal going around with debut vanity involving underage girls. I think you can kind of fill in the blanks there. Now, this was something that happened years ago, but it was being brought up again, and this time it was being brought up in relation to Jeffree Star, as Jeffree Star had said that he knew about these things, then said nothing had happened, then said again that these things happened but he didn't know about them, so a lot of changing of opinions there. But in today's video we're not actually going to be discussing that controversy, we're going to be talking about another new one involving Jeffree, but this time he's on the other side of it. But before we get into the actual video, please subscribe and click the bell button to get notifications on upload. I appreciate you if you do that. I give you a little medal, I won't, but I would like to. So do that, please, thank you. So if you weren't aware, Jeffree Star wasn't always a rich YouTube beauty guru and business owner. Back in the day, he used to be on MySpace, he was quite famous in those circles, he made music, but he was kind of broke and hung around with some perhaps shady people. He also, to his own admission, was not the greatest person at the time, had a bit of an anger problem and a lot of hatred to the world, as we saw in his video with Shane Dawson. And although he's been in countless dramas involving his past, including saying racial slurs at one point, he's never before been accused of something quite as serious as one man called Hunter Moore is accusing him of. So a couple of days ago, Hunter put out a tweet saying, "At Jeffree Star, remember anything? It's all in my book." And in that post, he put 2 screenshots from his apparent book, which is now available somewhere. I haven't tried to buy it, so there you go. So let me read this excerpt from the book that he posted. "When I started touring with the Millionaires more, they were way more popular than Jeffree by this time, and Jeffree wanted to do a song with them or something, so Danny and I went to his apartment in Hollywood so they could talk about it." I have no idea how else I could have said that. There were no commas in that sentence, so I'm just reading it as it's written, okay? Don't hate me, hate the writer. "I'd seen him a few times and kicked it with him a few times since I saw him that first time when he tried to f me, but this was like the first time we kicked it. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I know the point of this isn't to like poke fun at his writing, but I feel like I'm having a stroke. Anyway, so check it out. We have a few beers and everyone is just talking about music and stuff. Jeffree randomly gets up and goes to his room, and then I hear, 'Hunter, come here, I want to show you something.' I'm like, WTF. I get up and go to his room. This dude's room is super pink and white with hella stuffed animals on the bed. Hella stuffed animals. I walk over to it with the beer, like, sort of like laughing like, this is fucking weird. This is a grown-ass man with a pink room and stuffed animals, lol." That's in quotes. I don't know why he said lol out loud. Anyway, not the point of reading this. He acts like he's gonna like come near me, but he put his hand under this super gay pink pillowcase and pulls out this huge fucking butcher knife. I get up and I'm like, yo, what the fuck? And get up off the bed. Wait, I get up and I'm like, and then I get up again. He got up twice. He goes, "Don't be scared, I just wanna..." I'm not saying that. Not saying that, you can read it. "Why won't you let me?" He puts his hand out and is coming towards me, but in my head I think this is a joke, so I'm like, and he had shut the door earlier when I walked in, so I get pushed up next to the door. Once he has me up against the door, he goes, and hits the door and next to my head hard as his gay little arms can swing that butcher knife. Like a scene from The Shining, kinda, but super gay and not an axe. He does it again and again. I am low-key freaking out, but laughing, you know? I am like, if you don't stop, I am going to knock your ass out. Okay, so this is a lot to unpack, and I'm going to unpack it quickly because my voice feels like it's dying. So let's try to ignore the writing here because his writing skills are not the point. Though I really want to say something about them, I'm going to try not to. So in this, he basically says that he was hanging out with the Millionaires and Jeffree Star. Probably some other people as well. Then Jeffree gets up and leaves, goes to his bedroom, so I guess they're in Jeffree's house, calls Hunter over, and then starts basically attacking him or around him with a butcher knife from under his pink pillow because he wants to do things. And my opinion, and not fact, but the first thing I thought of when I read this was, is this just some homophobic guy who hates Jeffree Star because he's flamboyant and likes guys? Because he seems to make a point of pointing out how gay he is. Saying it's like a scene from The Shining, kinda, but super gay, and saying as hard as his little gay arms could swing, and pointing out that this grown-ass man has a pink room with hella stuffed animals. It just comes across as very homophobic. But then on the other hand, if he is homophobic, it could be that if this encounter actually did happen, that this sort of made him fearful of gay people, which could again make sense. Now obviously we don't have any actual proof of this, nobody else has spoken up, but nobody has said that this didn't happen either. So to try and kind of figure this out, we need to take a look at who Hunter Moore actually is. Well, a couple of years ago, Hunter owned a website called isanyoneup.com, and the main idea of this website was to share nude photographs of women. Some of the women would send these photos in themselves voluntarily, which is fine, but others would have their photos sent there without their knowledge and they would be posted anyway. Even worse than that is that Hunter and his business associate paid people to hack into women's emails and computers to get pictures of them and post them to the website. And this isn't just speculation, he was actually charged for this along with a lot of other things. I could list them all out to you. But the gist of it is that he is an all-round shady person. And does this mean that what he says happened to him with Jeffree Star didn't happen to him? No, of course not. But does it cast some kind of doubt on whether he could have made this up for some kind of attention or some kind of homophobic agenda? Yes. So as it stands right now, we don't know whether he's telling the truth and we don't know whether he's lying. And I don't want to speculate on that. I don't want to say that this didn't happen to him. But I also don't want to say that it did, because we have no evidence of it. And until any evidence is actually put out, all we have to go on is his word in his book. Until then, I think we're just gonna have to wait and see. There's no way to really pick a side here, and I don't think it's helpful to do so either. So let's just wait for more evidence to come up. I just kind of wanted to point this out and explain to people who might not understand what's actually going on and who the hell Hunter Moore is. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it here for now. If something does happen or some evidence pops up or somebody gets taken to court, I will bring this up again and cover that. But until then, I'm going to leave it here and let you form your own opinions. So guys, that's going to be it from me for now. You can please, as I said at the start of the video, subscribe and click the bell button. You can also follow me on social media. And of course, like, comment, share, do all the things I'm supposed to ask you to do at the end of a video, and have a wonderful day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.